Greetings out there in YouTube land from the planet Earth. I'm just being told here by a lady in England that my friend Steve, my first stop, that he's going to have me on when I leave here, Bernice's second, is in the hospital. His wife's in this hospital, right? His wife's been taken to the hospital. That's one stop, 3 people. Steve was not well. His wife was being taken to the hospital right now. Could use your prayers, brothers and sisters. And his daughter, who has what they call GDD, global developmental delay. I mean, they come up with 1.5 million names. They do stuff in shots and then make the kids a little different, than they were. And then they blame them or the parent or something when they're the ones putting it in the shots, brothers and sisters. Chemicals in the food, you name it, right? Keep your kids unreal as long as you can, man. Get them greenhouse tents or whatever, grow inside, whatever you have to do to keep your crops out of the GMO and away from the GMOs and all the chem stuff they put in the chemtrails. You don't even want to know it's there. But can you please pray for Steve, right? And because he's sick and his wife's been taken to the hospital tonight. She's really poorly, right? He wanted to come and see me a while ago, but his wife got so sick and all that in and out of the hospitals. He's in need of your prayers. And this man is important enough that my wife, in her last dying breaths, gave me a message for her because she was using up to her last breaths, being a good servant of the Lord, delivering messages that needed to be delivered. Right? And he's my first stop. Bernice was being tormented by demons day and night, marks, blood, the whole 9 yards. And the high priest of the coven over there, and all his covens stole her SD card, and now they're tormenting the over a dozen members of her fellowship because people forgot the authority they have in the mighty name of Jesus, right? Well, I'm kicking ass. I don't worry about them. I got 3 out of here this morning. Did they bother me? No, because I know the real deal. I know Jesus is Lord, and I'm staying tall. You know what I mean? I've cast out hundreds of them the last couple of months. I lost count. Must be. I don't know. I never counted. No need to. They come. They're not on my side. Get out. The only ones that can stay are the ones that are on Jesus' side, man. The ones that come to talk to they'll see. You can tell the difference between an angel and an evil spirit. You got a dog or a cat around. They will look at something that's not there, and the cats will meow a bit, and the dog might bark and wag their tail, right? But when it's an evil spirit, man, you see it. A lot of dogs will run and flee, right? The cats will always hiss. A lot of them will run. But not my little C. He stands ground, ready to defend me. He's a guardian cat. Right? He's there ready to pounce, even though they're trying to make him throw up. And I rebuked him in the mighty name of Jesus. Got 3 of them out in the wee hours this morning as I was laying there listening to my audio Bible. And yes, I didn't sleep. What else did you? But I don't care. It just keeps me charged or flowing with energy. When I'm about the Lord's business, I have all the energy. I'm a walking nuclear power plant and then some. Because when I'm about the Lord's business, when it's other stuff, then I take my mind off the Lord, but then I feel tired and need to lay down. But when I'm working on the stuff for the Lord, I have all the energy I need and then some. I feel crushed rocks in my hands right now. And I'm doing some ministering to different countries right now, and on the message on the sites I write for Jesus, right? I've had people ask permission to buy me of all things, right? I would have thought that, I'm so far up there, most people can't even, in their wildest dreams, afford to even buy me. But, I think I got 33 sets of 3 digits behind whatever I got right now, and it's only going to go up, and I wasn't even interested in the higher value. I know they only got one other level that's higher than mine, and I'm not too far from it, right? But they come up making up numbers, and it makes me think of Revelation 7:9, a number no man can count. And I look at that thing, 33 sets of zeros, right? And then that one. And when I finish this one here, that I get to 3, flip over, I'm in a new one. And a new number they made up. And I'm going, well, they can come up with that stuff. Jesus had a plan. He's got way ahead. He's got numbers that those can't. If they can figure out a number like that, and I have no idea what it is, brothers and sisters. I have none, right? I'll show you what I mean. Okay? I'll show you what I mean here. Okay. I'm worth a bunch, okay? On this one right here, take a look at that. And it's a long number, right? Like, I don't know about you guys, but as far as I know, that's beyond anything most people even can ever think of, right? And what's God talking about when he goes a number that no man can count, right? It's I figure you gotta know what he's talking about, right? You and I are just mortals. We think we know it all. We think we know the time of day, but then we realize we don't. Most of us have been black bagged our whole lives, right? And don't even know the time of day. And only when we realize that Jesus is Lord, we put our hands and trust in him first, then everything else will fall into place. I've been running into Christians where you least expect them, right? People a lot of you wouldn't even think the time of day to. Have been giving me things, right? and they've been giving me a moment to talk to them about Jesus. Been listening to some singing and some praise, right? And it's really making a difference. God, I'm thinking about Jesus for a moment. I got people from all over asking me to pray for them. And hey, if you're gonna come by, come visit me. The Lord is moving mightily. Because I don't hold corners. I don't cut back when I write. I have to water it down a lot, right? But I put some stuff up here for people that put up, and I put some videos up, music. I try to change it up so it's not always the same thing, right? See, where many see differences, I see the truth as the Bible teaches about family, and I put Revelation 7, verse 9 there, right? Because man, look at where they're from. When language speak, I see a global family where God wants us to love each other, where some people just want to tear it and destroy it. And that's my other profile here. And you got friends, and sometimes I don't like the stuff that's here. It really offends me sometimes. That some people put, right? But every once in a while, I'll look and see if there's anybody like asking anybody prayer, and say there's some relatives in an accident or something, right? It gives me the opportunity to write something, encouraging, or yeah, I'll pray for you and things like that. And then I see some brothers and sisters out there who are putting up their own writings and stuff, right? I put some Deuteronomy up there the other day, some Psalms, different parts, Corinthians, right? And I switch it up. The moment they're thinking about Jesus, that's that seed planted, and God's doing the watering, brothers and sisters, right? Like I use a translator, right? And I use the different languages. I'm dealing with people in all these different countries, like mainly Spanish. I do some in Brazil, but I did my first Chinese the other day, traditional Chinese, for a supermodel over there. Yep, a supermodel of all things. I know a model in Brazil I'm talking with, one in Florida, and a couple others I'm talking with, telling about the love of Jesus, man. There's another way, you don't need the big bucks. I left a message on this one lady. I knows that she does nude or with vlogs or whatever the hell. I said, are you kidding me? And she does it on a Patreon thing, but it doesn't show it like past on the neck area, but supposedly naked in there. So this, and I just wrote there, well, since Jesus did this and all that, and he healed me, I'd say it's a good idea that that place called hell is real. And do you really need to do this to make a few pennies, or can you find something else a little bit better? Now, I didn't want to be rude or anything like that, but I said, well, since Jesus did this and this and this is going on here, maybe you should rethink what you're doing in a polite way. So that would probably freak her out. And if she looks on my page, she's going to hopefully see that nitro patch pile. Man, everybody out there knows you don't handle nitroglycerin patches like that. Just a spray for a week, 0.4s on somebody's skin can cause them to have a heart attack and kill them. Right? It's no joke. And I was wearing 6. I cut down to 5 pills worth a day myself. Plus I had to do the spray on that. Okay? And the puckers the whole 9 yards, and then nothing. All things are possible to Jesus, right? Take a moment of your busy day and pray for others in need, right? Because I just got the word here. Steve's not well, man. He had to take his wife into the hospital. He told a friend to rush because he couldn't get on here to let me know. Okay? But she wanted to buy me. I said, sure, no problem. Right? Steve will buy me back later. He always buys me back if people take me away. Because, man, I'm getting people to believe in Jesus. And to see it's not all talk. I live my walk. I talk my walk. I put it down here. I try to get as much in there as I can. Sometimes I got to put more in the messages like this because they won't let me show it on there. They'll block it, so I can't show people. I'll put stuff up on it, and I guess you'd call it too much of the meat of the word, or something's actually going on around the planet. That's the scary part. A video that I see on YouTube, there's something that's actually going on, like January and February's all that flood and earthquake damage, and all this a lady being swept away in her car, trying to give a "I love you" message to her kids before she died. Boom, right away taken off like I never even put it on. They scrub mails. You look and they get nothing. The people that just messaged me yesterday were liking some of the stuff and everything. Boom, you look and there's like blank. Some of them up to like 23 days, some of them 2 months, right? Boom, white blank. You're doing something, right? And I'm getting friends requests from people, right? And some of the people you might not think of as, maybe acceptable to you. See, God, you might seem rebellious. God used a lady I never knew who watched a video of mine and got visioned, and he talked to her. God, for whatever reason, has been giving a lot of these ladies that have been watching some of my videos visions and dreams. Some of them they understand, some of them they don't. He tells them to ask me and I'll explain it to them because he allowed me the benefit of that. And here I am earlier today, and Craig comes in and God gave him a vision, and he's like, oh, wow, And then the end part was where he had God put his hands on his head, right? He put his hands on his head and told him not to smoke the weed anymore. I was telling him it's to be eaten, right? Because that's what Jesus said, it's to be eaten for the medicinal benefit. And I tried a little bit so I can recommend to people now, and just like grind it like you would, and then sprinkle it on like you would any other spice under your food, right? But be careful; the amount will vary on the person, right? But since the THC in it does cure every cancer out there, and then some, I sprinkle a little bit in my oatmeal. Okay, it's really good. So if you brown it and all that for that 20-25 minutes at the 220, you're changing it to get that high still out of it, right? And that's not what it's really supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about a medicine, what Jesus said. But you can understand some of you hurting and all that, and the over high prices they're ripping you off for. So you can understand you're doing a little bit for the more immediate pain relief. But if you're looking for you'd be better off. So eat some mango or mango juice about an hour before, and some nuts, things like that, right? Because then that'll cut down the receptor time when you do it, right? About half. And you know how quick it hits you when you're smoking, right? Well, imagine that cutting in half, okay? Well, imagine doing that and then you eat some because it takes about an hour and a half, and hours through your body, through your day, without really messing with your mind. It's on the dosage. Of course, you put a little bit more, you're definitely going to feel it. I made a recipe the other day. I just figured I wanted to try some, right? So I'm not going to tell people to do something unless I try it. And I put a little bit too much of this Master Kush, just a little bit. But it was, and I mean, I didn't get high thing, but I felt uplifted and, that really happy feeling. But that's the thing is when you get it from the thing, and it lasted for hours, and I got the wrong plate in my shoulder. All my discs are messed up any which way you can think of in my back. My neck got all messed up when I had a 20-foot fall straight down, shattered my shoulder, and my neck snapped, right? And the guy there thought I was dead, and I got up and he said, "Oh, man, you're just coming downstairs to get a drink of water in my PJ pants, right?" So I turned around to get myself dressed. Good man, I dressed myself, not in a single tear. I was so used to being messed up. It was supposed to be my first Saturday back after all this time off from another forklift injury, and I just so messed up. I was so used to hurting, and just nothing new to me. Really, it was nothing new. And all that is gone because of the love of Jesus, man. He took that away. He healed me. I'm laying hands. Everybody's being healed. The power of prayer, I mean, it's so uplifting. A brother in Christ asked me to pray in India. Just going to drive me around there for a sister who was on her deathbed there. They're just thinking about her soul, right? Jesus, he knew the time of day. He knew what they were talking about. No, he's preparing a way there. He's even upped it even more, man. I got a report back in less than 24 hours later. She had been recovered and as well, and they're praising Jesus like crazy over there. So he's prepared away, and then he's gone even one step more because they're going to be super excited to see me, and they're going to be bringing a lot of sick people to me. And I love laying hands. For me, because I get to see the fruit right away and the smile on their face when Jesus touched them. It doesn't matter what he does, Some stuff he does right away that has to be done right away. Other stuff he wants to do over time, right? It's the best way, and not just to rush it and to think on things. Because I tell you, everything changes. The way I'm thinking of things, my understanding of things. I mean, everything's changing, and it hasn't even been a year yet. On the 12th will be 1 year for me, and I'm on the 18-month plan because he's got a sense of humor with me. I have no idea what's going to happen by September, brothers and sisters. But then he's going to release me and shoot me from his bow, man. And I'm going to travel the planet, laying hands, ministering a bit till I come back home on the land and do it here. And many of you can come up to me up here. A lot of those people in the countries I'm going to can't, man. You're in the middle of Africa there. You don't get the pesos for an airfare or anything else. A lot of people don't. So he's sending me up to them first, the ones that really need me bad. You see, like Steve and Bernice, right? And up here where the rest of you can come. Buy me a few acres and you can drop a camper or trailer tent or whatever on there while you're visiting me, not a problem. God plans ahead because he already told me the rules and everything for it. Not bad for a guy supposed to be dead a long time ago. He told me a future I wasn't supposed to have. I don't know about you, but if anybody tells you anything, get a second opinion from the best of everything in the universe, Jesus, right? His second opinion can change your